Hello everybody and welcome to Star Wars on High. Thank you for stopping by. We are back with our first look at a very long-awaited story from Return of the Jedi from a certain point of view, The Veteran by Adam Lance Garcia. I have raved about this story on Twitter after finding out what it was, as Adam was constantly teasing it. I talked with Adam a little bit about it, but once I figured out what the actual story was, I went crazy. This is going to be one of the best stories to come from this anthology series yet. Also, I wrote the beginning of this video up to this point before reading the new excerpt, and all I can say is, Adam, how dare you? I know, not every story in Star Wars is happy, but damn, to see Dex going is still crazy. The excerpt opens with Dex seeing the holo film of the Death Star 2's destruction, and quickly remembers back to everything that has happened in his life. Dex has been alive for so long enough to see the fall of the Nile, the Republic, and now the Empire. And it's a really interesting part to point out, as by this point, Dex may be the only character still alive that we know of who knew about the Nile in their time, and thinking that their memory lived on in him during the time of Return of the Jedi kinda blows my mind. Just because it feels like we were so far past that, and the new threat of the Empire was just clouding everything, so hearing the name Nile is pretty crazy. But then he thinks of everything that has happened since, and blames himself for it. He gave the location of Kamino to Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan discovered the clone army, and the clone army turned on the Jedi. Now obviously Dex had no way of knowing that this would happen regardless, but I can definitely understand why he feels the way he does. Especially seeing that he's now in a dusty old apartment, his diner is gone, and so is Wanda. But the smell of blaster fire filling the air tells me that Dex may be headed for one last mission or small adventure. As the crowds of Coruscant erupt with rejoice over the fall of the Empire while stormtroopers attempt to keep the peace. This story will not be for the faint of heart, as I'm sure it will get very rocky and very sad, yet I still can't help but feel excited to read what comes next. Adam has sold me on this story 1,000 times over, and next week cannot get here fast enough. Overall, Return of the Jedi from a certain point of view will be a perfect finale to the original trilogy of anthology stories, just as it was with the original trilogy. And having a story about our favorite cook makes it all the better. But what are your thoughts on the excerpt? I'll put a link in the description so you can read the full article for yourselves, but let me know all of your thoughts down below. Are you getting any excitement from this excerpt, and what other stories in Return of the Jedi from a certain point of view are you looking forward to? Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments. As always, thank you to everyone who stuck around to this point in the video, and we hope to see you again very soon.